Hi everyone, welcome to class. Today we're going to be reading a new story called The Big Show by Amelia Thomas. Let's read it together. Sue and Jake watched the pouring rain make puddles in Sue's backyard. They tried to think of a way to keep busy indoors. Suddenly, Jake had an idea. Let's do a play. That's a great idea, said Sue. We can write a play about a book we like. Jake and Sue found a favorite adventure book about exploring a lost kingdom. It was an exciting story with a brave girl and her strong dog. Sue and Jake wrote all afternoon. Then they phoned their friends Tomas, Nita, Jill, and Kate. We are having auditions for our play, said Jake. Come and read for a part. The play sounded like fun, so all the friends came. Nita was chosen to play the explorer because she was a good actor. Of course, her dog, Fred, played the dog. The rest of the friends played the parts of the other adventures. Tomas and Jill made colorful posters covered with sparkling glitter to tell the others about their wonderful show. Jake and Sue made a stage in Sue's backyard. Nita and Kate made costumes. Before we continue reading, I want everybody to go ahead and take a look here at this sentence. I want you to remember that in the next passage that we're going to be reading about amazing grace. In the next story, we're going to be using the same vocabulary words that you see here. I see the word adventure in the sentence. Jack and Sue found a favorite adventure book about exploring a lost kingdom. I do not know the meaning of this word, but I know I can use a dictionary to help me figure it out. When I look up the word adventure in the dictionary, I find that it means an exciting activity. I also see it has 3 syllables. The pronunciation also helps me say it correctly. So even though we might not know what the word means, we can use context clues to help figure out what the word means. Now let's get back to the story. We had just finished reading that Tomas and Jill made colorful posters covered with sparkling glitter to tell others about their wonderful show. Jake and Sue made a stage in Sue's backyard, and Nita and Kate made costumes. So after just reading that, we see in this picture that there's only 2 people in the story. 2 people in this picture that are actually painting. Who might those 2 people be? Let's think about that for a second. It says Tomas and Jill made colorful posters covered with sparkling glitter to tell others about the wonderful show. Jake and Sue made a stage in Sue's backyard. Nita and Kate made costumes. So we know that it can't be Nita and Kate, and it can't be Jake and Sue because they made the stage and Nita and Kate made the costumes. These 2 people must be Tomas and Jill because they made colorful posters covered with sparkling glitter to tell others about their wonderful show. Let's continue reading. The next weekend, family and friends came to see the show. It was going well until the end. That's when Sue's cat leaped into the middle of the stage. Fred barked and chased the cat. Nita tripped over Fred. Sue started to cry. The show is ruined, she thought. But then everyone stood up and clapped. You were fantastic, they yelled. We want to see another show next week. Sue stopped crying and smiled. We were a success. They liked us, she said. And that is the end of our story. If we take a look down on the bottom below the picture, it says reread for comprehension. So that's what I'm going to ask you to do. I want for you to reread the story on your own. You can look this up in the Reading Book tab in our Google Classroom. All right, everyone. If you take a look at your book here closely, you're going to see a cause and effect chart. This is going to be the assignment that I will be posting for you as well. Let's read Analyze Story Structure. Cause and effect. Story structure includes characters, setting, and plot. In many stories, one event in the plot causes another event to happen. A cause is why something happens in a story, and an effect is what happens. Finding causes and their effects can help you understand how one plot event leads to another one. Reread the story and fill out your cause and effect chart. All right, everyone, this is a good example to help you understand cause and effect a little bit better. An effect on the right side is what happens in a story, and on the left is the cause, is why something happens. So for example, because it is raining, we're going to need our umbrella to go outside. This is going to be the cause and effect chart that you guys are going to be receiving. Let's do the first one together. I'll give you a freebie, and then you guys will do the next three or four on your own. So, for example, in the story, Sue and Jacob had nothing to do. Because they had nothing to do, the effect would be that Sue and Jacob decided to write a play. You can go ahead and use your notes, this video, and you can go to your writing book to go ahead and reread the story on your own to complete this assignment. I will be posting up the cause and effect chart so that you can fill that out on your own. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Here are some helpful tips for staying focused. Set weekly priorities, motivational patterns, forget about the past, stay organized, write your goals, visualize a new perspective, and reward yourself. I'll see you guys next time.